Hey YouTube, it's Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and I'm here to talk about a self-published deck. Sorry about the light, guys. It's really bright out. It's in the afternoon here in New Mexico, and the sun's doing its thing. So, first, we've got a great box. Look at this box. Deek. It's magnetic. I love magnetic boxes. I'm attracted to them. But this is one I supported in their Kickstarter or Indiegogo. I don't remember which. The inside of the box says, "You are the voice and the breath of universes. You are the voice and the breath of universes." It has a lovely little lift out cord so that you can pop, because the deck is very snug in here. But look at that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I am, of course, talking about the Fountain Tarot. This was done by some folks in Denver, where I used to live. I actually don't know them. I may have met them, but don't remember it. Look at the design. They really thought about this box, right? It's beautiful. It's silver, in case you can't tell by the reflection. 79 cards and a 112-page guidebook. Guidebook is lovely. No illustrations, but look, nice and thick, nice design, and there. And each card has a little, like 4 swords, a quiet space. 10 of swords, final release. 10 of cups, loving balance. Let's see what they say for the majors. The Hierophant, trusted advisor. So they give you different information for each of the cards, a little key phrases, which I like. Yeah, I'll tell you where you can get one. I keep getting questions about that. So Zazzle.com, Tarot by Arwen. Go get you one. I wanted one, so I designed it for myself and just left it out there. They have a lovely back. The back is absolutely reversible. And this is just the little quickie. Now, you know I had to like it when they said, "We hope the Fountain Tarot brings you joy, clarity, and inspiration, and love." And it says Jonathan, Jason, and Andy. And they'd love to hear from you, so they give you how to get in touch with them. www.fountaintarot.com. Something to note about this deck is that they went for quality. Do you see this? Yeah, that's silver edging, y'all. It's silver guilty. Lulu, lulu, lulu. See? Reflection. Can you see? Reflection? Okay, I'm having too much fun now. I've got some cards to show you. I'll give you scans. And we'll start with the Fool. These cards are kind of light in color, and with this bright light, it may be difficult to see, so I apologize. Leaping, icebergs, prisms, whatever you want to call those. It gives a great idea of expanse and opportunity and risk-taking. You know, there's no way to know where the next step is going to lead you. The Magician, I almost think this is one of the, I'll have to look it up, but I almost think this is one of the creators has been put into this. I really like the symbols floating there for him. He's got the cup in his hand. Everything is there suspended for him. And so that's one of my keys for the Magician. I want the Magician to have the tools as part of his card. Somehow, I want the tools in there. Just part of how I guess that's part of my hidebound traditionalist. So these cards are very new. I have not played with them a lot, so they're kind of sticking together. The Emperor blew me away. Not a card I often say, wow, this was great. The reason I like it, look at him in that box. He's in the box. He's part of the box. The box is around him. So this is just a wonderful representation of the Emperor and boundaries and how he creates structure. And he's one of the structurists, or the builder in the tarot. The guy in tarot, the limited edition, names him the Builder. So, really nice card. Here is Strength. And I like her for a couple of reasons. She's smiling. She's happy. She is the lion, right? She's just kind of rising up from the lion in my estimation. So, maybe she's riding it. But it's a beautiful card. Now, we're going to move up to Death. You know, it's one of the cards I have to look at. Look at that. Horse, the light and the dark. Hopefully you saw it better on the scan. That's just a really eerie death, and I love the colors. That's actually a skull way up there at the top. Or at least it looks like it to me. Maybe it's just a trick of the eye. The next one is the Star, the other card that I always have to look at in a deck. And I'll tell you that, let me show you the scan. This card is one of the reasons I knew I needed to do this deck. I have to really think. I'm trying to get the start there to show. Again, sorry about the light, guys. I have to thank Joy Vernon, one of the organizers of the Denver Tarot Meetup, and she was one of the organizers of the Denver Tarot Con, for turning me on to this deck. She's one of the people that said, hey, Arwen, you got to look at this. And she was right. Awesome deck. The World, the last of the majors that I'll show you. Now, for me, this world misses just a little. And here's why. I don't get the immediate sense of passing through, of moving through, of bigger things. Now, did I do the scan? Scan! That keyhole, that darkness behind her, that could be going into another dimension. So that I can kind of work with, but I think that it would be, I'd have to kind of and refocus in. So, and y'all know that I like to do good and bad about decks. It doesn't mean I hate a deck. You know, it just means it's something that kind of missed for me as a reader. That's all. I know other people are using this deck, and I so far love it. I think I will use it for professional readings and just give it a test run. The aces are very nice. One thing I like about the aces is that they have a similarity. So there's a sparseness to them. Sorry, y'all. My eye is just itching today. So the Ace of Wands, or no, the Ace of Swords, air first. Now, strangely, that reminds me of a building in downtown Denver on Lincoln. But, I mean, there's no way you can't know that's an ace and a sword and up, right? So really nicely done, guys. Another thing I like, and it's a little thing, the major arcana are marked up here, and the minor arcana are marked down here. So it's kind of an instant, as you're reading, oh, that's a major, pay attention. And I like that. It's a little thing, but it's something that's important to me as a reader. Ace of Swords, brilliant wands, I'm sorry. Look at all that fiery yellow and all that lovely color there. Ace of Cups, pretty traditional to the Rider-Waite, with the birds on the bowl and suspending it. So let's look at the Ace of Coins. Again, fairly traditional. Because it's got the gate in the background, or the doorway sort of thing. I like it. I like the green. I like the growth. Now, I picked out the 9s out of the different, sorry, one of the cats just came in. I was like trying to figure out what he was doing. I picked out the 9s to look at. I'm trying to do the same number out of every suit so you can see similarities and continuity. And this is the 9 of Swords, which is the card of anxiety and nightmares. Like it. I like it a lot. I really like the lines coming up at him. They're shadows. They're not real. And that's something that I often point out to people when the 9 of Swords shows up. How many of your anxieties and fears are real, and how many are made up in your head? How many are awfulizing? 9 of Wands. Often seen as a card of defending position and gaining ground. Nicely done. You can see him going up. He's using the other ones to maintain his position, and he's defending himself downward. The 9 of Coins, no cups, kind of cracks me up. This guy's just having a good time. Now that's a really traditional to the Rider-Waite, the Connolly, the Robin Wood look, because you generally have a guy with cups and he's just grinning like a fool. That's the Make-A-Wish card. It's the anything you want can come true. I tell people when that shows up, make sure what your heart's desire is. And know that your heart's desire changes. Not always the same thing. Give yourself credit for growing and changing. The 9 of Coins, generally a woman showing that she's successful and has an animal with her. Yep. Woman, animal, successful, rising up. Look at all those rings. I really love the way they did the coins here. So a nice job on that. And I can't tell what that bird is. Nope, still can't tell. I want to say it's a sparrowhawk, then I want to say it's a peacock. Guess I have to look at things a little closer. Now I pulled the court cards out for you. The Page of Cups. I like it. Solo person, solo cup, the little box. Things are growing, things are starting. It's a nice concept for a page. The Knight of Cups kind of makes me laugh. And that's because he's balancing that cup on his head. Now, the Knight of Cups traditionally is looking backwards, and I like that they have him doing that. Part of it's because our emotional knight is not focused on where his heart's going. He's kind of looking backwards, and it's a lesson in that card. The Queen of Cups is gorgeous. I love her. Ethereal. You just get the whole evocative nature of her, her compassion, her psychic ability, and kind of a nod to the Pythia. From my, can't tell you what makes me think that, but I get that impression. Now the King of Cups, can't get that card show up there. Does it look a little bit like Patrick Stewart to you, or is it just me? It may just be me. I like this deck. I recommend this deck. I think this deck will speak to people who want images that will work on their right and left side of the brain. One card that I did not show you guys, let me see if I can find it, is the 79th card. And it's the Fountain. It's the card that the deck is named after. And I haven't read what it's about, but for me that would be like the all source of things, the all source of heart, the all source of knowledge, the all source. So I hope that you will check this deck out. I'll give you a link, fountaintarot.com. I believe they have decks for sale. So, and check out Kickstarter and Indiegogo, y'all. They have some great projects out there. And you may be missing out some pretty good stuff. So I've got a lot of my fun decks. So I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen. As always, seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. We'll talk later.